the greatest of all time, number 23.
This is Brady. One more time.
A look back on all things 90s and 2000s.
Oh, here we go. Da, 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 da.
Here's your host, Brady Broski.
So if you're an opposing team and you hear that song in like any year of the 90s,
You're in trouble.
You're already down 10 points before
Yeah.
you even tip the ball off, and you're definitely about to go home. Plus, that is, of course, the legendary sound of the intro from the 90s Bulls. And our topic today is going to be all about the greatest of all time, Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And with me today on the most nostalgic podcast in America, which is what I'm calling this now. I don't know if that's official, but I made it. I just made it. I did.
We'll receive official word on that any day now, I'm sure.
Okay. Covering all things with me, pop culture from the 90s and 2000s. The Brady One More Time. I'm Brady, and he is the kickball king. And some would say the Michael Jordan of kickball himself. That is Dan Ginsberg. Dastardly
I
Dan Ginsberg.
usually enjoy your intros of me, but having heard that intro of MJ, I would have rather been introduced that way.
Okay, let's take it from the top here. Hold on.
This is
No, we don't have time. We don't have time for that. we already are taking two here, so let's just move forward with this
There
topic.
you
But
go.
I thought you were gonna say I'd prefer to be the Scottie Pippen of the kickball world.
I'll gladly take the Scottie Pippen of the Brady One More Time podcast.
Oh, there we go. Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah, assist to help you hit the shots.
Ooh, goosebumps, man. Yeah, we're talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I know.
Oh wait,
what?
I thought we were talking about Michael Bakari Jordan. Creed, Sinners.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan. Nope. We're going back a couple of
All right.
decades prior to his success.
We're winging this then.
Yeah, you probably have
You
you
should have
don't have any
clarified.
knowledge of this
You
guy.
should have clarified which Michael Jordan we were
My
talking
bad.
about for episode 23.
Yeah, I just assumed
Okay.
you would think because it's a 90s
And Chicago.
2000.
Yeah. Oops.
Do you need like a half hour or day
No,
or two
you know
to
what?
research?
We'll just wing it. We'll wing it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know enough about this guy?
Jordan was good on the wing. I'll be good at winging it too.
Yeah, it is episode 23, so that's where we got the Michael Jordan. We're going to do it in a different episode, but I was like, yeah, let's talk about MJ.
I love it.
Born in 1963, and of course, the famous story about Michael Jordan is he did not make his high school basketball team his sophomore year because he was, quote,
Crazy.
too short.
Yeah.
So he played JV that year and averaged 40 points a game, which in high school is 80 points in the NBA because those games aren't that
No,
long.
he probably averaged 40 and his team won 50-10.
Right. He scored all the points and then ended up becoming the greatest.
Won the 1982 year I was born NCAA championship for UNC.
UNC
Hit
is
the championship winning shot, as a matter of fact.
He was on his way at that point, and of course everybody calls him the greatest of all time, except some LeBron haters. Or LeBron lovers, I should say. We'll get into that later on. But I want to ask you, I want to start here. Do you consider Michael Jordan the greatest athlete of all time? We say NBA basketball, easy.
Yeah.
Check that box. But athlete overall.
NBA, and as you said, some LeBron fans and maybe Kobe fans would dispute it a little bit. I'm fully with you with NBA. I mean, I think when you start going cross-sport, it's so tough. I mean, when you look at, not that I'm a gymnastics aficionado other than once every 4 years, but I mean, when you look at the level that Simone Biles came in for gymnastics compared to where the sport was before her, I mean, she's got to be in that discussion. Serena Williams, what she did for tennis. NBA, I think, basketball in general, slam dunk.
MJ's number one.
No
on my
pun
list.
intended.
And MJ's number one on my list. I do have Serena.
Mm-hmm.
My top five. So MJ, Serena.
Your Mount Rushmore of all-time
plus five.
goats.
Yep. Plus one for five.
There
MJ,
you go.
Serena, Tom Brady.
I knew you were going to have Tom Brady. I was going to say it before it came out of your mouth.
You don't agree?
I don't disagree. That's fair.
Thank you. Moving on. Muhammad Ali.
That's fair as well. Yeah.
And rounding out my top five, I went similar to the Simone Biles. I went Michael Phelps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to have Phelps.
He's the
man.
most decorated Olympic athlete.
When you watch, I mean, the way he dominated, because I think what you have to look at when you're talking GOATs, greatest of all time within their sport, you have to look at how they did in their time,
in their
right?
era.
Because things evolve. I mean, if you use Phelps as an example, like the world of swimming is always coming up with like new technology, like world records are getting broken constantly. You could break a world record now, and in 50 years, you're not going to be top 10 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at like when you watch Phelps in the Olympics, the way he just dominated the competition in his key events, that he'd be half a pool length ahead of him. Similar with Jordan. I mean, in his time. Yeah, there are people who have him beat in other stats, in certain stats in this decade. But when you look at the way he dominated his sport during an extremely long period of time, it's unparalleled.
6 out of 7 NBA championships in a row, and the only reason the year they didn't win in that stretch is because he stopped playing basketball. Everybody, he went and played baseball, which was a little disastrous.
That was a mess.
But first memory of MJ for you, Dan.
So you don't know this, but I
always learn something so new about your life. The most interesting man in the world.
This is a random.
He's your uncle.
Yeah, Michael Jordan is my father.
Breaking
news.
news.
1995.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. My dad had a good friend and colleague who lived in Chicago who invited us to come to Chicago for a Bulls game in 1995. We planned this trip months in advance, and my dad gets a call from his friend in the lead up to the game when there's talk of Michael Jordan coming out of retirement, and tells him, hey, there's word that the game we're going to might be the game that Michael Jordan comes out of retirement for. It turned out to be that game. I mean, he could have sold the 4 tickets for God knows how much money, but he didn't. And so I was visiting Chicago. I was at the game that Michael Jordan came out of retirement for.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The first 45. He was wearing 45.
Yeah. I was a 13-year-old kid.
Oh.
I mean, all I remember is that it was the loudest, most deafening concert venue, sporting event, whatever situation I'd ever been in my life. Like the roars when they announced like the clip you played, but when they announced him that day, I mean, it was
that is
like something out of a movie.
Unbelievable that you were there.
Yeah.
Was that at United Center? Was the United Center open yet? Yeah. Okay.
I believe it was. It was definitely
pretty new.
Here.
It was pretty new.
Yeah.
If it was, that's an amazing story. Holy cow!
It was unbelievable.
I growing up on
the United Center opened in '94, so 94? It would have been United Center.
Yeah. I grew up on the East Coast, and kids my age, it didn't matter where you grew up. You were a Michael Jordan fan. Even if so Celtics were huge in Boston. The 90s sucked.
Yeah.
If you're a Celtics fan, but
yeah. Well, I grew up growing up in Michigan. Pistons early 90s
right. They were good.
Yeah.
But as a kid, at a certain age, you just gravitated to Michael Jordan. You became a fan no matter what your team fandom was. You were an MJ fan, and
worldwide, Europe, Asia, Africa, all over the world. These games were being like satellited over to worldwide just because people wanted to see MJ.
I bet you he was at one point in that mid 90s, probably even earlier, like early 90s, the most recognizable human.
Yeah, probably above Bill Clinton and Ronald Reagan.
Right. Politicians or actors. He's probably across the world. If you showed somebody from a different country a picture of Michael Jordan, they would know that's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And he really kind of changed the game when it came to being marketable.
Yeah,
Huge.
I mean, he transcended the sport to an insane degree.
He did with the sport, but also the stuff that he did outside the sport, like the endorsements.
Yep.
He just made everything cool. Like
I mean, Air Jordan is probably the most iconic like brand logo segment ever.
It's him. And how many pairs of Air Jordans do you own now? What are you up to?
17.
Yeah.
No, I don't. As we've covered extensively on this show, I am not a fashionista exactly. But
oh man, but Air Jordans.
Yep. Hanes.
Gatorade was the big one for me because that was like, I'm just starting to play sports now, and I'm just tasting Gatorade.
Yeah.
And I remember the infamous campaign was like Mike. I want to be
That's
like
right.
Mike.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like that
Yeah.
song stuck in your head as a 10-year-old, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned UNC. He made the Tar Heels cool.
Mhm.
Like that Tar Heel blue. You wouldn't see people wearing that, those jerseys. Like he made that. I mean, they're still selling his jersey as a Tar Heel.
Right. It's wild.
McDonald's.
That's yeah.
He did the McDonald's commercials with Larry Bird. Do you remember they did the sequence? It was like off the backboard, off the skyscraper, hits the truck, and nothing but net.
Yeah, they didn't have AI. They had. I wonder how many times they had to shoot that back then.
Not, yeah,
couldn't just make the ball go in the hoop.
Well, he was that good.
Yeah.
And another thing that I feel belongs on his outside of the NBA resume that he made cool, the Dream Team.
Yeah,
the Dream, like NBA basketball in the Olympics. It was all right.
Well, they didn't allow NBA play. It was only amateur for a long time. And
that's not fun.
Yeah.
And then in 1992, they're like, what we should do? We should probably get the best players in our country to play in the Olympics. That makes sense. And the Dream Team, probably arguably the greatest selection that year of players ever assembled on one team.
Yeah.
I mean, the legends.
And then 96 in Atlanta as well. Like, people got to see him here in the U.S.
Yes. So
two-time gold medalist, 5-time NBA MVP, 6 NBA titles. I mean, come on.
6 NBA titles, 6
college title.
My favorite stat though, he's 6 NBA championships, and every single one he was the MVP of the finals.
Of the finals, right?
Of the finals,
right?
So everything surrounding the Bulls went through Michael Jordan. They tried to win without him that 1 year and a half.
Didn't go so great.
They did not have the same success. So
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman. Can you name a more successful or recognizable trio in any sport ever?
Recognizable, no. Recognizable because they all kind of. It was Batman and Robin with Jordan and Pippen, and then Dennis and
Rodman was such a character with such his own personality.
He was the wild card,
Yeah.
and so recognizable. I would say no. I would have to think of all sports. I mean, basketball.
Right,
is all
3
about,
players.
It's
on
all
the
about
court,
trio.
right.
It's all about the big 3, right?
Right.
You could probably make a case for other NBA teams. I'm sure there's some Laker teams that I'm not really thinking of. But yeah, the 3 of them. I mean, and then you had role players too. You had Luke Longley.
Sure.
I mean, starting center.
Right.
Tony Kukoc.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Ron Harper. I watched a lot of Bulls games as a kid.
As did all of us.
America, because they were always on TV.
Yeah.
NBA on NBC, which is coming back.
It is. Yes.
I'm
He's
excited.
going to be a special correspondent or something. It's not like play-by-play or color commentary. It's something else, but he's going to be like some special commentator.
It's going to get ratings.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to say the words, let's go to Michael Jordan and hear his take.
Right.
And I wonder how he's going to do at that.
Right.
Because one thing he did not excel at was he hosted SNL.
Yeah, he's just like a subdued talker, kind of.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. He
Like outside of basketball, like he has such swag on the basketball court, but
Right.
he's just a kind of like mild-mannered personality.
he's the opposite of Charles Barkley
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that SNL?
I mean, I
probably saw it,
Yeah,
but
I have like a
it's so
vague
long
memory
ago.
of him hosting. I couldn't name a single sketch.
It was almost as bad as when Tom Brady hosted it. And you know how big of a Tom Brady fan I
yeah,
am.
right.
But when Peyton Manning hosted it, that was hysterical.
But
yeah.
we do have to talk about some, I don't want to say critically acclaimed, but some more notable entertainment
I
performances
know where you're
by
going.
him.
I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Space Jam.
Come on, man.
I mean,
I believe I can fly. I can say it. I can't sing it.
there you go. I mean, that sort of became like a cult pop culture phenomenon.
And they tried to ruin it by
The
bringing it
sequel,
back.
which he was not a part of.
Yeah, Space Jam. I mean, again, made everything cool. Made Looney Tunes cool. Like
Yep.
literally, like all of a sudden, kids are wearing T-shirts with Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, you got
wearing
Looney
baggy
Tunes
pants.
jerseys.
Do you remember
Crazy.
those?
Yeah.
Space Jam's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think you got to mention The Last Dance as well. Just the cultural impact that had, retelling the story, revealing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes we didn't know what was going on, 25 years later.
Do you think there was a lot more shady things that went down around him during that time?
I do.
Yeah.
I think you could say
You
that
get
almost
that vibe?
across the board for the the 80s and 90s.
For any athlete?
It was just a different time. Yeah.
There was no cell phones, so you couldn't document
Right.
anything.
Things couldn't be, people weren't afraid of being recorded at any
Yeah.
given time. It was also just a different time culture-wise. In a lot of ways, kind of messed up.
Right.
Not to Michael Jordan specifically, but just as a different time to be alive,
I'm-
particularly as
I'm-
a celebrity.
I'm thinking solely about his gambling. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
And how it's just got to be crazy to have so much money, even still to this day, that you can just spend
Sure.
so much money on blackjack,
Right.
on whatever. And
How
he
much
did.
do you have to? I mean, if you're a multi-millionaire, I mean, how much do you have to spend on a hand of blackjack to even feel like you have any stake in the game?
Right. Like you and I,
Right.
$20
Right.
hand.
And you're
I'm done.
if
I'm
I have
out.
to double down and I've
I'm
suddenly
out.
got 40 out down there, I'm like
I'll meet you-
drenched in sweat.
I'll meet you at the penny slot
Yeah.
stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's that part. The flu game? How about the flu game?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Scored 38 points.
Yeah.
NBA Finals flu game.
Yeah.
I have the flu, and
Sitting
I'm
there
the
getting hydrated
biggest.
on the bench.
I'm the biggest baby you'll ever meet. He goes and scores almost 40 damn points.
Crazy.
Let's see what else. Yeah, the LeBron argument. Do you wanna take a stab at it?
So, I
Do you
mean,
think-
again, I'll go back to what I said at the beginning of the episode. I think anytime you're going to debate players from different eras, you have to look at how they competed amongst their era. And that's not a knock on, I mean, LeBron has still been dominant throughout this era, but not to the same degree. You know, you can put stats side by side. LeBron obviously also had a longer career than Jordan by choice had.
Yeah.
But when you look at just the
a
way
lot
they,
longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, way longer. So, I mean, of course, in career-based stats, he's going to overtake him in some of them. But I think if you look at the level of domination within their era, it's just not the same. LeBron has had an incredible career, but he didn't dominate the sport over the whole course of his career the way Jordan did. And he obviously didn't win anywhere near the number of titles.
He's close.
What is he at
6
now?
to 4.
Oh, he's at 4? Why
He's
did
at
I think he
4.
was at 3?
He's
Okay.
It's 6 to 4, but still.
Oh, you're right. He had
In the
4 now.
in the span of
Right.
that time,
Right.
right? Like how many? This is the big question everybody asks. How many would Jordan?
Well,
have?
I'll also mention this. How many NBA titles did Jordan lose?
That would be an astounding 0.
Right.
That's a telling stat.
Yep.
How about score?
And not only lost, but again, I'm not here to bash LeBron, but LeBron
He's a great
show up
number
for
two.
some of those finals. LeBron had some NBA finals that he did not perform up to expectations, to put it gently.
LeBron packed his bags and left too a couple times.
Yep.
I mean, I know Jordan
He
played
took
with
his
the
talents
Wizards
elsewhere.
He did. But this one's good too. Scoring titles: LeBron versus MJ. MJ, 10 scoring titles. Any guesses how many LeBron won?
I'm gonna say 4.
1.
Only 1.
1 scoring title.
Wow.
I mean, to your point, LeBron, really good number 2.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair to him, he also had to play
He's-
for a Cleveland team that, for years outside of him, was not good.
If you looked at the stat sheets, though, LeBron would have more rebounds,
Right.
probably assists too. Jordan more steals and obviously
Right.
more points. But comparing the two, to me, it comes down to one thing, and it's an intangible. It's like the will to win.
Yeah,
LeBron,
right.
LeBron says the right things. He does all the right things. He's been in the spotlight since he was like 15 years old, and I love the fact that we've never heard any negativity around him about like him off the court. He's always done the right thing. He's built schools.
Oh, for sure.
But Michael Jordan just had that one will, that extra will, that one intangible. Kobe had that. I
agree. It was like you could see he was just in a different zone on another level when like the spotlight was the brightest, when you're in a tight game in the NBA Finals.
So I can't even imagine what it was like to live in this city. We're in Chicago, obviously, but I can't even imagine what that time period just must have been a party 82 nights a year. You know what I mean? And then all the playoff games.
Yep.
Like the city must have just been turned upside down, and we haven't seen that in this city in a long time.
No.
The closest
no.
was the Cubs.
Yeah, well, right. For playoff run, that's a playoff run versus with Jordan, it was just all season, every season, for season after season.
And that's
after
another good
season.
point. He was durable. That was back when the NBA players played just about every game.
Yep.
And now they're like,
we got to strategically rest them so they're ready for the playoffs.
Yeah,
Not in that day.
No.
Yeah.
How much money do you think MJ to this day? How much money does he pull in annually?
Oh my God. I'm going to be so. You want me to just make a dollar guess?
Yeah, make a dollar guess.
I'm going to be so far off.
We're basing this on, of course, endorsements and business deals.
I'm going to go $35 million a year.
No, not close.
Am I too low?
Oh, you're way too low. We won't play prices right because it'll take you a while.
At least I didn't go over.
You didn't go over. Between 300 and 400 million.
Every year.
He's
bringing in.
Like, we got to divide. When we're done, I'm going to divide that to find out how much money he made during this podcast. I mean, Nike alone, $7 billion. I mean, in sales.
Wow.
That's insane.
Holy cow.
What
brought into the Hall of Fame in 2009, by the way. I mean, no surprise there.
First ballot. Did anybody not vote for him?
Yeah. LeBron.
What is the one lasting memory of Michael Jordan that you have that you think kind of sums up him in your life? Like what he meant to you?
Oh man, that is a tough question.
Because I've got a couple, but the one actual like visual that keeps popping in my head is the championship that he won after his father passed away.
Yeah, I was going to say we didn't touch on that, but the what led to the initial retirement.
Yeah, he wanted to make Pops
the loss
proud
of his father,
right?
Yeah.
That's a big he didn't. So he went back to the NBA, but no, he's hugging the trophy in tears.
Yeah.
That first championship after his father. That's one that just sticks out to me.
That's a great one. I think I would add just the dunk from the free throw line. Just the
NBA
visual. Yeah, just the visual of the amount of ground he covered and height he got. I mean, I think that's just
an elevator.
That's something that 30 years later, kids who were not alive at that time are trying to emulate that in practice or in a game.
Right.
It's just such an iconic. I mean, the same way the Air Jordan logo, it's such an iconic image. You don't, even if you're not a sports fan, I feel like you know that image.
Yeah. You know what that logo means? Money.
There you go.
A lot of money. That's a really good one too. I feel like Michael Jordan, when it's all said and done, is going to be looked at like years and decades from now as the greatest athlete of our generation, much like we did to a Babe Ruth. Like you think about Babe, you think about Babe Ruth. Like we didn't see him play, obviously, and there's not really any recordings of it. But you just think about the man was bigger than
the game,
bigger than the game, and he was just more of a creature of epic proportions as opposed to just an athlete.
Agreed. And I mean, I think you also have to mention like the societal impact too of, we talked about he was a little bit like soft-spoken, and he didn't go out of his way to insert himself into like every world or political issue. But I mean, he donated millions and millions to open schools. He got involved with education, with racial justice, with healthcare inequity. He's jumped in here and there with social issues, like in a very like
subtle way.
Like bring everyone in, unite us, not divide us, which is something I think we're kind of sorely lacking in this day and age. I mean, I think he was just very, very thoughtful and wise in terms of how he knew he could use his image to benefit people and help society, and maybe more importantly, how he was aware of when to kind of stay on the sidelines too. I mean, he knew the impact he had and how to use it in a way to help and to bring people together without, dividing society in a way that obviously we see all too often now.
I get jealous of you a lot, Dan, but I will say this might be the most jealous I ever am of you because you saw
the unretirement.
You saw, not only did you see Michael Jordan live, which, not me. You saw him in his unretirement game.
I did.
Oh my God.
I wish I were a little older so my memory of it was better, but
you were there.
I was there.
Little Dan
I can always
Ginsberg.
say I was there.
You were there. Did you boo him? Were you booing?
Oh, no. Are you kidding?
Get this kid out of here.
Yeah, right.
How do we
Never.
do? We want to know what your favorite MJ memory or moment is. Let us know. Of course, we're on Instagram as well. I'm at Brady Radio.
At DanG0482.
And we'll pop this up on YouTube here at some point and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
Next time.